Welcome back to the bench, and we have a little bit of an unboxing thing on the go here. So a friend of ours who 20 years ago was the first person we knew that was making like the Giraffe 1176s and the SSL bus compressors. The 1176s I have in my rack are actually built by this friend. So I think after having about 10 years of his electronic stuff being in the shed in the back garden, he decided he wanted to offload everything, but made sure everything goes to a new home, a good home. And so we were lucky enough to trot round to his place, and we literally filled up a Jaguar full of electronics components and projects. As one shoebox which had everything in there needed to do an LA2A. There was another box that had another 4 SSL bus compressor PCBs sparsely populated, and dotted around the place was a whole bunch of transformers which we put into this one box so I could bring back here and do an investigation. So without further ado, so what do we have here? This is a whole bag of these. I'm going to need the magnifying glass. A262A's OEPs, ratio 1+1 to 2+2. Now I think this is the same transformers that I have in my 1176 clones. I'm not sure. I think you can still buy these from RS. And oh my gosh, so the 1452s, these are the line input stages used on the Neve 1081. Now I have actually built my own clone of the inductor style EQ, shall we say. Oh wow, so we have 4 of those, and I have actually built 4 EQs, and here, I don't know if the camera will focus on that, VTB 9049s, and with an LO 1166 part number, which is the same part number as the output transformer on the Neve 1081, and we have 2 of those. So what else do we have in here? United Electric Wave Magnetic Amplifiers. This is an 012. O-12. I've got a funny feeling I've seen this transformer in an original 1176. Can't remember if it was on the input or the output. Possibly the input. I'm going to have to do some more research on that one. There's another box here. Yep, another O-12. I think they're line input transformers. That could be a serious upgrade. To the OEP one. Okay, now these look suspiciously to me like API style transformers. PE4804. So we have 1, 2, 3 of those, and also was this mic preamp that looks got the same mic design. So I think I might have mentioned this in the previous video even. So I have to keep an eye on any other parts that you have to see how many of these mic pre's we could make. Okay, let's I guess we're looking at all the juicy stuff first. Oh, we got another United Electronics transformers. So this is an A24, which I think is original to an LA2A. It's a shame there's not another one of these. Although I have got Sauter in my LA2A clone, so it's not too shabby. But yeah, that might come in useful. A 15095 Peerless Electrical. And this is a Thordarson T61719. Only name that rings a bell with Thordarson is sonar equipment. And what is this? 600 ohm either side. So yeah, I might have to do some more research on that. An 09 United Transformers. Maybe for tube driving a valve. Another 09, so we've got a stereo pair of them. Cinemag. I wonder if this made in before they went to China. And I don't really recognise the number. Looks again record player-y to me. Oh, another one. Okay, this looks like this came out of that box. LTR 110 by Monica. Transformer line audio. I think this one is galvanically isolated. Again, might be. There's only one. 2 transformers is always good because you can get some stereo action on the go.
1, maybe 2 tablet. Well, that's just some tablet. 7, maybe 8. Well, that's tablet.
What else we got left here? So a Lundahl LL1515. Which is a microphone. Oh yeah, it even says microphone. So not sure what that was used in. We'll have to do some investigation. This thing is unspecified. Okay, so now we've got some Lundahls. And these look like they're all surrounded in an MU metal. for nice isolation. LL1539. I've got a funny feeling some AMEC consoles might have used these. LL1517. Output transformer. That's an output transformer. And then there's one more box here. So Wecan has Lundahl 1517 output transformers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20. Now, trying to decipher why he would have 20 of these, I think he mentioned something at some point of doing a standalone analog mixer type thing. So, personally, I'm quite interested in trying to make a saturation device. And definitely got enough of these Lundahls to play with, and even have a few sacrificial ones as we have an experiment. So this is my inductor EQ I've been working on. It's actually 2 channels. Here we have the bass gain, and you can choose the frequency. You can turn the bass out, and there's a shelf. I'm sure this looks very familiar to a lot of you. There's a low mid and high mid, which is the inductor bass circuits. And then we have the top end again with switches in and out, and the shelf. There's a bypass switch as well. And on the output of the EQ, I've put a VCA as that chip, same as in the SSL bus compressor, and you can use that to adjust the trim. And there's 2 channels in one U. So the plan now is to get one of these input transformers and an output transformer on each side. Happy days. Luckily, as I just edited that last section, I realised there was one left in the box, and I'm sure if there's any OCD viewers, they would have been dying to know what that transformer was. And it ended up being an LL1540 high impedance input transformer. So again, another one I'll have to investigate what that's useful for. Luckily, I hadn't even tidied away my little test jig board I made for testing the discrete. This is the CAPI O252 discrete op amp. So I have a sine wave coming from Pro Tools out of the sound card, balanced. So this is unbalancing that signal. We're going into the CAPI. I've set it up as an inverting op amp. And then the output of the op amp is driving the output transformer to give us balanced again. So we've gone balanced, single-ended, and then back to balance, and it all works great. And on the scope here we can see this is the input coming out of the unbalancing transformer. This is the signal coming out of the CAPI, so it's inverted. And this is the inverted, the return of the balance output. And there we have the in-phase signal from the balance output. I'm using plus and minus 15 volts. And drawing 26 milliamps on the positive rail and 29 milliamps on the negative. I was using Analog Devices chip ICs to do the same job as these transformers, so I'm really excited to use this upgrade. I'm going to use this op amp as well. So it's an API O252 to drive this transformer output. So I'll have to see how my gain structure is in the EQ, because I think you can wire this up to have different output levels. And let's run some transfer function signals through it. So let's see its frequency response. So there we go, that was one hell of a barnyard find. The only problem is these transformers are really not designed for 1U, which is how I've designed my EQ. However, they do make a 1U version of this. I was able to get some from Audio Maintenance. I'm not sure whether it's smaller than the actual transformer. I've got a funny feeling it's just a bit smaller on this circuit board that connects to the transformer. I think it's just literally a bit narrower. If that's the case, I might end up having to take a Dremel to this, and then I have, because I've ordered 2 more of the 1U versions. Who knows, I might even record something whilst I install it into the EQ. We'll see. Okay, catch you next time.